Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thanks so much for listening. Today, the Ellen interview grabbing headlines and the deal on healthcare. Plus, everything from a high-tech waterfront to Amazon's new plan for packages. All that and more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Wednesday, October 18th. You ready? Let's do this. Today, the first interview with the first person shot by the gunman in Las Vegas. And that would be the hotel security guard at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. You may have seen reports that he had sort of disappeared. Well, it turns out he showed up on the set of Ellen. Yeah, Ellen, the daytime talk show. Ellen said on Twitter that the security guard and the building engineer also involved will be on the show today. Remember, there's been a changing timeline from police about when the shooter actually shot the security guard. Police at first said it was during the mass shooting, but then changed the timeline and said it happened 6 minutes beforehand. So we'll see how they're doing and what they have to say today. A deal is in the works over healthcare. The AP reports a key Republican senator says he and a top Democrat have come up with a temporary plan to start paying those federal subsidies to health insurers again. Reminder. The White House stopped those payments that were part of Obamacare, saying they weren't lawful. But without them, it could mean higher insurance premiums. So far, the president seems like he's on board with this new deal. CNN says if passed, it would keep the payments going for another 2 years and give more money to Obamacare outreach. In exchange, it would give some more flexibility and freedom on the state level. But will enough lawmakers go for it to pass it? The small deal doesn't actually change any of Obamacare's main regulations. So, TBD on where it goes from here. Another version of President Trump's so-called travel ban was supposed to go into effect today, but it just got blocked, at least for now. The New York Times says a judge in Hawaii blocked this third attempt at a travel ban, saying it discriminates based on nationality. The White House fired back and said the judge's call hurts the president's efforts to keep America safe, and they think a higher court will overrule it. The travel ban would have stopped travel from 7 countries to the U.S., so now the judge's decision will likely be appealed. Looks like talks about trade aren't going so well. U.S., Canadian, and Mexican officials say they probably won't figure out NAFTA as soon as they thought. They had set a deadline for the end of this year, but now they're saying maybe it'll be early next year instead. The Wall Street Journal reports they'll be back at it trying again next month in Mexico City. President Trump has said he does not like the NAFTA deal, so he wants big-time changes and has some big demands. NAFTA is the North American Free Trade Agreement. It allows for free flow in supplies between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. When I say United Airlines, what do you think about? At least some of you probably just thought about that time a man was dragged off the plane. Remember, it was back in April, there was a lawsuit, bad PR, the whole thing. Well, now there's an update. 3 officers involved are no longer on the job. NBC News reports 2 of them were fired, a 3rd resigned, and a 4th got suspended. It doesn't seem the NFL will be changing its policy about the national anthem after all, or at least not now. There was a scheduled meeting with the team owners and players yesterday, and there will be another one today. But CBS News reports so far, not much controversy has come out of it. Both sides seem happy with how things went. Reports last week had suggested the NFL commissioner was thinking about requiring players to stand during the national anthem, and that, of course, would mean they couldn't kneel in protest, which has been quite controversial lately. The new NBA season is officially underway now. The season opener was last night. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Boston Celtics 102-99. All right, here's a quick look around the world. A high-tech waterfront will be coming to the city of Toronto thanks to Google, or at least its parent company. The Wall Street Journal reports the city building unit of the company, called Sidewalk Labs, is partnering with Toronto. The idea is to figure out how the cities of the future should be built with technology in mind, and then do that on the Toronto waterfront. It will likely cost more than $1 billion. China's president said there are great things ahead, but admitted there are challenging times ahead too. The AP says it was a rare acknowledgement of some of the economic pressures there. China's leader spoke during what's called the Communist Party's Congress meeting. The BBC says it's China's biggest political event. It takes place once every 5 years and determines who rules China. So expect some more big announcements when the event wraps up next week. There are celebrations in the city of Raqqa in Syria. U.S.-backed forces say they took back control of that area that used to be known as ISIS capital. The New York Times reports it's a major blow to the terrorist group, but there's still a bit more to do, a final 10% or so of the city to fully take control over. An official statement of victory, though, is expected soon. All right, other things people may be talking about today. Bob Weinstein. Not Harvey Weinstein, but his brother, Bob. Now, a TV producer says Bob Weinstein sexually harassed her last year. She told Variety how he kept asking her out and even joked that if she refuses, he could fire her. Bob Weinstein's lawyer says it is not true and denies anything inappropriate ever took place. Quick reminder, more than 30 women have accused Harvey Weinstein of harassment, assault, or rape. He was kicked out of his own company, and his brother Bob probably wanted that top spot from now on, so we'll see what happens. Also, remember the name ROI Price from Amazon Studios? He just resigned after a different producer accused him of harassment. Other big-name celebs have come forward, too, with their own experiences, including Reese Witherspoon, who said a director sexually assaulted her when she was 16. Facebook is getting serious about on-demand original content. Variety reports they just got Kerry Washington on board, the star of Scandal. But she's not the actress in the series, she's an executive producer. The drama series is apparently called 5 Points, and it takes a look at high school students from 5 different points of view. It will eventually air on Facebook's new Watch platform. By the way, Mashable points out this news comes just one day after Netflix said it will release 80 original movies in 2018. So how many Amazon packages do you get? It's a thriving business, right? So as you can imagine, apartment complexes are struggling to keep up with all the package sorting these days. Who else but Amazon to come to the rescue? The Wall Street Journal says Amazon is taking over package rooms at some of the country's largest apartment complexes, and they've dubbed it Amazon Hub. It'll be like a locker program that will accept all packages and then give tenants a code to open one of the slots and get their package. Apartment owners hope it'll cut down on the time their employees are spending sorting mail. And that's it. You were all caught up. If there is any story that grabbed your attention today and you want to read more about it, just head on over to thenewsworthy.com. I make it really easy for you. Just click show notes, find today's episode. You'll see all the links to the stories I talked about right there. If you are new or you just haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. I want you to always be in the know. Of course, I also appreciate it when you leave a review so others know it's worth trying out. Thanks so much again for listening. As always, The Newsworthy is available to you Monday through Friday by 4 a.m. Eastern. So I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, have a great day.